All right, guys, we're gonna do another real world review. This time it's gonna be with the Invanti Tornado 1, and I'm gonna be delivering a bike with a bike. So why don't you guys join along and we'll see exactly how well this cargo bike can actually transport real cargo. This is essentially a whole bike. We've got a frame and all of its components, and in this bike, we've got the wheels and the tires. Let's go ahead, see if we can get this loaded up and see if we can make it all the way to FedEx. Got some super heavy duty straps for this. I don't want this thing falling off. This is so big. Thinking about putting it, that might actually be better, especially put this box right up here. Let's see if this thing's gonna fall off. Oh. All right, I think we're good. I rode it over some bumps. Seems to be holding well. I think this will get us up to FedEx. Guys, this is the Invanti Tornado 1 cargo bike, and right now this thing is on an absolute insane deal. You can get this thing for right around $1,100 as of recording this video, but even full price, it's still an insane value at $14.99. A full cargo bike with this many options is just not heard of in this price point. This thing can also have an expanded battery attached if you wanted to have even more range. But right now it's got a little bit under a 15 amp hour battery that should give you plenty of range to be able to get around town and pick up your kids or pick up your groceries. This bike comes with 3-inch wide city style tires, and it also comes with metal fenders, both front and back. But what's cool about this style of bike is that it's designed to carry all kinds of cargo. You've got this massive long rear rack. This is a full-length cargo bike, so you can store all kinds of stuff. And on their website, they have different baskets, they have different foot pads that you can actually have. So if you want to carry your kids or you want to carry your groceries, this bike can do it. Now this does have a 750 watt motor hidden under here in the rear wheel that maxes out around 1,000 watts. And that produces right around 80 Newton meters of torque. And personally, I found that this is plenty of power to get you around, and I actually really enjoyed the way this bike felt. Quickly taking a look at the drivetrain, you do get a nice big chain ring up front with a chain guard and also a top guard up here to protect any of your clothes or your feet from getting caught in it. It does have a chain tensioner right here, so you don't have to worry about this chain bouncing around since these bikes are quite a bit longer being a cargo bike. You get a 7-speed freewheel with a turny rear derailleur and a 7-speed shifter up top. One of the other cool features on this bike is the fact that this has a storage box right here, and that comes with the bike. It's not an additional accessory. This actually comes with the bike, so you can store all kinds of stuff in here, and you can actually lock it up with a little padlock that's built into it. Now this bike has a huge range when it comes to rider height. You can be either 4'11" or all the way up to 6'3", and they say that this bike will fit you. Me being 5'11", this bike was super comfortable and there was still a ton of room to go up higher in the seat or down lower in the seat. Now this little compartment right here is actually pretty cool. You can either buy the extended battery for right around $300 and double the range of this bike, and it'll attach right in here to this little port and then bolt on to these little Bottle Boss mounts right here. But they also sell a really cool bag that will go here if you don't need that extended battery. Or they even have a set of pannier bags that you can pick up, and all these are actually really well priced. Now when it comes to the battery, you do have a port right here that you can charge it on the bike, but if you want to remove it, there's a key on the other side. It just simply turns, and then you've got a little latch on the battery that you'll turn and you can pop the battery out. Now this battery can be charged on the bike or off the bike. The port's right there. You do have a little indicator right here indicating how much charge you have. So if you have this off the bike, you can tell whether or not it's fully charged. Now on the battery, they do say it's 14.7 amp hours, which comes out to be 693.8 watt hours. And this is a 48 volt battery. To put this back in, it's real simple. You just simply line up the bottom of it and then push it until you hear it click, and then you know you're good to go. Taking a look up front here, you do have a nice suspension that did seem to smooth out the ride whenever I was on my adventure delivering my packages. This also comes with a headlight, and here's what this looks like going up my driveway at night. It's a decent headlight. I wouldn't want to go, say, over 20 miles an hour with this headlight, or if I was going down a greenway path, I would probably slow down just a little bit. You do get a rear taillight. Unfortunately, my rear taillight was damaged by FedEx and shipping. They dropped the box and really damaged it. It actually did break off, but I was able to zip tie it back on, and it still functions. It's just that FedEx destroyed the bike. Wasn't too happy about that. Now, when it comes to comfort, this seat was actually pretty comfortable. I'm not a big fan of super padded seats, but I'm also one on these style of bikes that I don't want a real minimal seat. I want something that's going to be comfortable all the way around, and I felt like this was a happy medium. Now, looking at the cockpit, you do get these nice BMX handlebars. I really like BMX handlebars because they allow you to tilt them forward and back and get them adjusted to what your rider preference is. Now, on the handlebars, you do have these nice slide-on ergonomic grips. I didn't have any issues with these twisting whenever I went down the road. They were really comfortable. You do have a control pad over here that'll allow you to turn on turn signals, and also your up and down for your pedal assist level, and go through the menu, which we'll do here in just a little bit. One downfall of this bike is the fact that when you turn on your turn signals, you have no idea that they're actually on because they don't display on the screen. They only display back here on this light. Now in the middle, you do get this non-colored display. Typically, I like to see color displays, but this one was super easy to see going down the road. And then you have your 7-speed shifter along with your quarter twist throttle. Now, my particular build did come with this nice basket up front, but they do offer a different basket if you're not into this particular one right here. All right, guys, while we're doing this, with the load on here, I'm just gonna test the pedal assist. And with pedal assist 1, we're climbing. It's very, very smooth. About 8.3 miles an hour. Now, I don't have my GPS with me to verify this. So pedal assist 2, about 13, almost 14 miles an hour. There you go, 14.6, 14.8 for pedal assist 2. And pedal assist 3 is the max. This has 3 pedal assist levels assigned to it. And I did set this up as a class 3 bike, which allows it to go a max of 25 miles an hour. And it does look like it'll do that with pedal and throttle. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going, and if it starts to feel a little bit unstable with all this weight, I'll slow her down. But it's riding really smooth at 19 miles an hour right now with all this weight on it. Go over these bumps. Whew, I can feel that wind pushing around the bike. So we'll have to do a max speed test without all this weight and without all this wind. But right now it's cruising easily at 20 miles an hour. Feeling pretty good. But having so much weight on the back, I really don't want to personally go any faster, especially in this area, because we're up at a higher section here, so it's really open to the wind. Now, one thing I am noticing on this bike, it's extremely quiet. I mean, this is very, very quiet. The tires are more of a city style tire with a nice tread pattern on them. They're 20-inch, I believe, by 3-inch wide. Nice kind of beefy tires, but not fat tires. So they're not slowing me down at all. This bike is rolling really, really smooth. The BMX bars feel really comfortable. I feel very, very comfortable, especially with how much stuff I've got on the back here. I still feel like I have all the room I need on the bike. And the other thing is that these ergonomic grips are very, very comfortable. And the twist throttle being over here on the right-hand side is actually kind of nice. The brakes seem to be responding really well, keeping me in control. And this display, even though it's not a color display, it's super simple to read. It's not complex, and I can see it very, very easily in this bright sunlight. We're about 2 miles into this trip already, or a mile and a half into this trip, because I had a half a mile already on it from whenever I unboxed it and was playing around with it. But this has a little over a 14 amp hour battery, So you should be able to get a little over 25 plus miles on this with no problems while you're doing delivery. And this one even comes with this little front rack. So if you have additional stuff that you want to carry with you besides on the back rack, you can put it on the front rack. Now, I don't know about you, but front racks they do weird me out just a little bit because they don't move with your steering. All right, we're gonna turn right here just to get out of traffic. So far, everything's holding on really well. Bike accelerates really smoothly. We'll do our 0 to 20 test just to see what it can do. But we'll wait till we get all the weight off the back to perform any of those tests. For the little hills that I've been climbing here with all the load on here, I'm very impressed with the amount of torque this bike has. I haven't had any problems at all with it pulling me up these hills. I'm not struggling at all. I'm just casually pedaling. So very nice amount of power for being a cargo bike. I'm gonna get up here, get in the turn lane. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right, delivery done. Let's put the straps away. Now, what's cool about this is this comes with this little bag. I should be able to store all the straps in here. And this bag even has this little cool lock on it. So looks like it's pretty deep. Should be able to fit both of these in here. Perfect. Man, so handy. And these zippers actually lock on this if you want them to. All right, that was awesome. That was so cool, guys. Successfully delivered a bike with a bike. It doesn't get much cooler than that. This is what cargo bikes are all about. And man, that is so fun. All right, we're gonna test these brakes out right here. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Oh yes, these things worked really well. Stopping on a dime, 180 mil rotor up front. And these particular brakes do not have a name on them, but they look a lot like Logan brakes, which I've tested a lot lately. And yeah, stop well. I mean, I had no problem with the confidence of this bike toting that big box on the back, or the big boxes. And this thing is just, it's smooth, it's quiet. It's very, very comfortable to ride. The ergonomic grips are great. And let's get this up to top speed here. See, it's supposed to go 25. I can feel it pulling, and we're at 25.2, and it's no problems whatsoever. I am not pedaling super, super hard. And this bike comes in at a surprisingly light 87.3 ounces. That's actually really light for a full-size cargo bike. Okay, taking a look at the screen here, you do have a pretty basic screen. Over here, there'll be an icon. If you do have any error messages, it'll indicate right there. Right here is where your headlight is going to be displayed whenever you have your headlight on. And then if you have walk mode on, it'll be displayed on the other side with the little guy on the bicycle. Then you do have your pedal assist button. You can go up to 3 different pedal assist levels. This little bar right here will indicate whenever you have speed running through it. So if you twist the throttle, you can see the little bar go up, and then also your speed, whether you have that displayed in miles per hour or kilometers. Right here is going to be your battery bar indicator. You have 5 bars indicating how much power you have left. And then down here is going to be your trip. And if you tap the power button, it'll take you to your odometer. Then it'll take you to average speed. max speed, time on the bike, then your calories burned, and then your power output in watts. Now, if you want to get into the menu, you can simply hold down the plus and minus button. This will take you into your first screen, which is going to be your backlight. You can go all the way up to 3 different settings. And then the next one is going to be your class level. I currently have mine set to a class 3. So that means that it's going to actually be able to go up to 25 miles an hour. It comes default as a class 2 going 20 miles an hour. Your next one is going to be your units. So whether you want miles per hour or kilometers. And then you've got a reset option. And that's going to be your full menu. Let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts. So there you go, that's the Tornado 1, and I've got to say, I am pretty impressed with this bike. Its capabilities for its price point are outstanding. All the accessories that you can get for it, and just the quality of parts that you get on it. I think that this would make for a great daily kind of cargo bike around town, picking up your kids or going to the grocery store. If you guys want to pick up your own Tornado 1 or just check out the website to see what else they offer, I'll put a link down below. But if you're enjoying my reviews that I'm putting out, I would greatly appreciate it if you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's totally free. Make sure you leave a comment and hit that like button. It does help push this video out to other people, and I really would appreciate that. But as always, get out there and ride your e-bike.